Welcome back to another episode of Travelin Cowgirls. Shelley's going to be telling us where her next stop on her out west journey was.
It was at Ten Sleep, Wyoming.
And fun fact, Shelley used to live in Ten Sleep.
Yes, I did. Ten Sleep is awesome. I highly recommend if you ever go out west that you stop in that little town. There's not very many people that live there, but they're all like a close little knit family. We actually lived there for about 6 months on a ranch out there and worked it, and it was awesome.
How many people live there, Shelley?
I just checked. I think it said 257 according to the 2023 census. That's just like in town though. But it was like a Hallmark movie. I love Ten Sleep so much. We go back every year to visit everybody, and they're just the best people in the whole wide world.
You have a few fans out there, right?
I don't know if they're fan.
But
Yes.
they watch Travelin Cowgirls?
Yeah. But yeah, we have some friends out there. Their name's Nicole and Matt, and they own a little restaurant called the Daily Bread, and it's like a little Christian restaurant, and they do breakfast.
That's awesome.
And lunch.
And dinner?
And no, they don't do dinner. They just do breakfast and lunch.
Nice.
Sorry.
They close at lunch dinner time. They're like, I'm done for the day.
They're going rodeoing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we actually worked on the ranch with them.
Okay.
So he was our ranch manager, and we learned a lot from him. And just Nicole was great. We just love him.
When you guys went out there this past time, did you stay with them?
No, we normally do though. We
Okay.
usually stay with them a few days, but we were on a time schedule, so we just stopped for the day.
Okay, so you didn't stay in Ten Sleep. You just went to the horse
No.
camps.
We actually, for driving purposes, when you drive out, we like to stay at this little hotel called it's called the Sagebrush in Grable, Wyoming, and it's like a little motor lodge, but it's so cheap and it's so clean. So we always stay there because it's kind of central for everybody,
Okay.
or wherever you're going. So when we was there, we stopped at the horse camp. It's called like a horse camp / RV. So you don't have to just take horses to this. You can take your regular RV. But also they have cabins that you can rent too, which is nice if you don't want to if you don't want to haul your living quarter horse trailer out there, and you could just bring a stock trailer. You could just rent a cabin for the week, and they were not pricey at all. Like, it would definitely be worth it to do that. But there's their owner there will let you use, if you do bring your big rig and you just want to camp, they will trailer you up to the Bighorn Mountains to ride, and he rides with you, so you don't get lost. And
You got a little tour guide.
yeah, I thought that was really cool, because I mean, you don't want to go in that territory with not knowing where you're going.
So you said the first time you went to the Bighorn Mountains, you had to stop at the end and get new brakes for your truck, right?
Yes. Well, we had to go to the next town over. When I was telling you, I said stop it then. But we had to go to the next town over in Grable and get brakes, because that's where we were going to stay at the KOA. Yeah, we took the fifth wheel over the mountains, and we didn't know what we were doing, and we almost caught our brakes on fire.
That's crazy.
But also that day, it was we were in Buffalo, Wyoming. So here's Buffalo, and then you go over the mountain, and then it's Ten Sleep. And in Buffalo, it was 99 degrees out. And by the time we got to the top of the mountain, it was 50 degrees.
Wow.
It was crazy. We thought that was amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that is something I do want to let everybody know. You got to know what you're doing driving mountains with rigs like that out there. There's no guardrails. It's really significant, U-turns going down with no guardrails and stuff like that. But if you know how to do it, then you can figure it out. But
You said there's a way around that though, right?
yes, we did go through Nebraska and up through Casper. You go up through Casper and Thermopolis, and then to Worland, and then you can go into Ten Sleep that way. But it makes it's 2 or 3 hours longer that way, but it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's way worth it if you don't want to drive over the mountain. So, I didn't get to check out a lot of the trails there because I've never really got to ride on the actual Bighorns. But as far as riding on the ranch, we lived at the base of the mountain, and the cows were kept up at the top of the mountain. The scenery is amazing. I like it. It's my favorite view I've ever seen. It's hard to beat the Bighorns. There's moose there. There's elk. That was really one cool thing that we had on the ranch was it was the migration route of the elk. So there'd be 500 elk every morning when I would wake up.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of where they always traveled. There's a lot to do, and there's not as much tourists there. Yellowstone is car to car. You're just behind someone at all times. It's hard to pull over if you see wildlife, but Bighorns isn't like that. We saw 2 moose like literally right next to the road, and they were 2 bull moose. So I thought that was like awesome. But yeah, and you don't have to worry about grizzlies there. I think they had 1 grizzly recently in the last year, and that was like a really, really rare thing. They deal a lot more with like mountain lions, so you do have to watch out for them. But the camp did have a lot of camping spots, cabins. They had a lot of stalls for your horses' corrals to put them in. They had like a place in the barn where you could saddle up, water, electric. They had everything. It was a pretty big upgrade from primitive camping. I mean, it's going to cost you a little bit to do that. I don't know the exact prices on that, but they weren't unreachable. Like, to go that far to have that nice a facility to stay at. I don't want to put a number out there, but I know the 4-bedroom cabin was like under $100 a night. I know that. I'm pretty sure. But there's plenty to do. There's rodeos that go on there right next. Like the rodeo is literally right next to the horse camp. So if you go there in July, I mean, that's like they close the whole town down and have dancing and the rodeo going on. So that would be a really cool time to go.
So why don't we tell everybody what 10 sleep means?
Okay, so 10 sleep got its name from the the Native Americans, where it took them 10 sleeps to get from Red Lodge, Montana to 10 Sleep, and that was like their hunting ground. And then it was 10 sleeps from Casper, Wyoming to 10 Sleep. And actually on the ranch we lived on, there was a cave that had like a bunch of their markings.
That's awesome.
It showed like what animals was there for hunting, because that's all they did in 10 Sleep was hunt. So I thought that was so cool that I got to see that while I was out there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is that all you have for us?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have about 10 Sleep, but you should definitely check it out.
All right. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Happy
trails!